Even after spending over $1,000 in different programs on KDP, there were still things I wish I knew before then. In this video, I'm sharing those little known facts about Amazon KDP to help you learn from my mistakes and for you to figure out what path is best for you in your business to take for Amazon KDP. So here is kind of the rundown, and I'm going to really explain how to know where to start on KDP because we have a lot of KDP lurkers, people who haven't published or gotten started, and you're in the right place. This video is for you. And if you have started, then you know that there are so many twists and turns that you're not prepared for because people aren't talking about it. And so this video, I'm talking about it as most transparent as I can be so you can learn from my journey and my mistakes. All right, let's dive in. I had no idea that you could sell your KDP account. I had no idea. You're like, what are you talking about? There's a website called Empire Flippers. And once you start making anything above $3,000 a month in your KDP account, you can typically times that number by 45. And that is what you can ask for your account. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that an amazing side hustle to build up and flip? Now, why is this something that I wish I would have known before I started? Well, when you sell your account, you sell your entire account. You're essentially doing a transfer of every ASIN. And from my knowledge, talking to people who have sold their account, you sell everything inside of there. Okay, some of you guys are like, Jenny, what about the book you wrote? Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that I was mixing my low content books with my own written books. So it's not an account I can sell now. Anyways, that's just good information for you to learn from my mistakes. And, it's almost like if I was going to sell an account, I would need to go start up a whole new business and do that process. And I just wish I would have known about that before. And that kind of leads into the next thing that I wish I would have learned before I started. And that is essentially the type of account that you set up. And you might be asking, there's only one type, but the structure of what you put on KDP changes the way they treat you. And I recently had this experience of helping someone set up a business account for KDP. And the emails you get from Amazon are even different. Okay. So, pardon me, this is valuable information when you think about the type of structure that you want to set up. Even business accounts for Amazon ads are treated different in a more businessy way. So that is really powerful. Okay. So that is just something I'd already spent $1,000 in different courses by the time I learned this information. So if you're wondering where to start on Amazon KDP, these are good questions for you to ask. You can ask your accountant, if you have a CPA, your tax consultant, kind of the difference between the two of just using your personal identification. Now, a lot of people that publish outside of the United States will typically set up a business account because they can register their business privately and have a identification number that matches. That's not a social security number. So really good conversations and thoughts I've had around this, mostly with my husband. He's like, go talk to your YouTube because you guys are my people. Okay. Another thing I wish I would have learned was risk management strategies, like mixing my personal brand and my low content books together. I would never recommend that for anybody. If you need, I have more videos on risk management, but if we need to talk about it further, go to my Ask Anything portal and put it in there for a request for a video. It's jennyhansenlane.com/ask-anything. Okay. So there's some interesting things going on, because in marketing, there's 3 types of hats that we can wear when we're learning how to grow a business. And it's the reporter, the doer, and the expert. So in the beginning of my journey, I was just the reporter. I was like going around like, how did you do this? How did you do that? How did you do that? Like, you guys might feel like a reporter on my comment section asking me questions, because I'm a serious, crazy doer. Like, I'm going to do all the things to figure it out. Well, not all the things. Not all the things. I'm going to try to do as much as I can think of that I think is a good idea. And then, like, as I'm doing, I'm mastering and learning things and sharing them with you. So that's positioning me as someone that has experience, right? And there's a lot of things with KDP. I'm still a doer and I'm still a reporter where I'm trying to figure it out. And so really it's just every chapter you're going to learn something. And so where to start when you're brand new on KDP is it's a journey. So you have to figure it out, and you have to think about, what is your overall goal, or goals plural, right? Is it to be an author and not a low content publisher? Because I'm messed up and made the two. And now I'm like, how do I undo this? I actually should reach out to support and see if I can separate my brand. Maybe I'll actually do that, because that would be powerful, right? What are your strengths that you bring? Are you good at design? Are you good at ideas? Are you good at illustrations and coloring? Are you good at waking up early and working on stuff? Like, you all have strengths that are going to assist you and be magnified when you know where to start. But if you don't know where to start, it can be hard. And it can be hard because you have another thing inside of you. Because you're human, you have weaknesses. And weaknesses can be painfully exposed when we're learning something new. And you essentially just have to get to the point where what you want is worth the pain to do it, right? Like, you do the push-ups, you fast, you have your window of eating, like, you do the thing, okay? So what I'm breaking down is how to know where to start with KDP if you're in my space, okay? Because you're going to learn from my weaknesses. It took me longer than I wanted to niche down. It took me probably 60 to 90 days to really find something I was excited about. And so once I learned that that was a little bit of an accelerated speed, then I decided to share my methods in my masterclass. Don't make me niche slap you. So if you feel like you haven't found your niche and you're trying all these different niches, this course might actually help you to develop the framework to understanding exactly how to niche down, how to pick the right keywords, how to find the categories, what that means for customers, okay? So if you want to check that out, you can go to jennyhansenlane.com/slap. And the niche slap, the slap is just like, let's wake up, let's just get there, let's figure out why we need to do this, okay? If you have your phones open, there is a QR code you can snag. You can pause this video and snag it. The second weakness I had was I was losing time once I found my niche, because I was just creating, uploading. You know, I was just like, oh, what? And then I started to realize I need to figure out a framework to repurpose. I need to be able to do that to free up my time, because the whole reason I started and tested out this Amazon Kindle direct publishing platform was to see if I could build passive income. And the whole reason I was building passive income was because I wanted to free up my time. It was just like a vicious cycle. And so as I really narrowed down, I understood I needed to be able to repurpose to make profits to give me more time back. And so that's where Repurposing for Profits came. And all these are built out as live masterclasses with supplemental videos. And every time I learn something new, I add to it. And so repurposing really helps you. Once you've niched down, then it's like, let's really brand this area and go to town with repurposing our content again and again and again. So that is jennyhanselling.com/repurposing. Now, after repurposing, I started to see the power of building a brand on Amazon. And it all came from my pen name strategy, where I started, one pen name just took off. The pen name became a keyword, and it's still a keyword, even though some of the books have been blocked. And that's where pen name profits came from, where this is one training about building branding around your book as a pen name strategy to make more profits. And that is jennyhanselling.com/pen. And there's a QR code. Now, after almost 1 year and 1 day after my first sell on Amazon, my account was suspended and reinstated. And I was doing a lot of work in my account where KDP was asking me to update books, and I had a coloring page in there in one of my coloring books from Creative Fabrica that someone uploaded illegally, because when I went to go download the license from Creative Fabrica, it was nowhere to be found. And that's usually what happens when they take spammers off their site. So I had to figure out, like, whoa, all this stuff, like the risk management, having a personal account versus business account. There were so many things coming up that I was like, whoa, how am I going to come back from this? And I had to figure that out. And that's exactly what saved me, was these frameworks, deep down niche system, trademark tactics, risk management mastery method. Like all of these things helped me to get back in January, March. Now we're in April. So these are weaknesses that I figured out solutions to and provided it to my community. And on these calls, you're learning from my mistakes and getting light years ahead of me, because you don't have to worry about these things. And once I started to see, now that I had these books, they needed to be the most profitable, because I had way less of them after getting books blocked and not knowing why. And Low Content Coin is the 5 ways to be more profitable with your books. And it really was a powerful way to move forward. At the beginning of this video, I talked about you're going to have weaknesses. That's just part of learning and growth. But you're going to have strengths. And you guys know what one of my strengths is, right? Besides being a doer and being a little cuckoo, it's ads. Like, I will master ads. I say I'm not an analytical girl, but that's, my sister calls me analytical. My husband doesn't, because he's very analytical. But I have enough to make myself dangerous, right? I have enough to get it done. And we just crossed $80,000 in sales in the Amazon KDP dashboard of 14 and a half months of ads. Okay. So that's what the Bids and Budget Masterclass is. Because this is a strength, I have been building this out since last February. So this has 15 strategies in it. It is the most comprehensive ads course out there for someone that publishes books and runs ads. Now, my coach is incredible, who taught me ads, but he's not a low content, medium content book publisher. He has so much knowledge in running ads. It blows my mind. But I have some puzzle pieces for myself, because I'm in the weeds of my books. Okay. And so that is such an incredible, it was incredible building it out and learning strategies, because it seems like it gets updated like every 10 days with a new video. So you figure out where is your strength when you start with KDP. What are your weaknesses? What are the things that you need to figure out? Right here, do you want to start at your weaknesses and work on them by going through courses and going through videos? I mean, if you have weaknesses and you're not in a place to spend any money, then go through all the playlists that I have in the description and watch those videos. There's free ads courses too. Some of my strategies are actually free on YouTube also. There's a lot of different strategies in those playlists. If you have strengths, maybe I always think about maybe there's someone that could learn ads in my community and then manage someone else's books for them. Like that, there's a lot of fusion here to use your skill set to build income. But it really comes down to your goals, right? Because my goals were not as clear as they are now, and I wish they would have been, because I got on Amazon KDP to publish the Radical Authenticity Guide. And then I have this disease called, well, I have this syndrome called shiny object syndrome. And I saw how fun it could be to make notebooks, and I don't regret it because it's been a beautiful journey. But it's made me reevaluate my goals and realign to become a better business owner. So if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. If you want more videos like this, drop that in the comments. But if you have something you'd like to share personally, you can go to our Ask Anything portal. And I'll see you in the next video. Love you guys. Peace out.